Next stage, a man looking for trouble. What can you see beyond the darkness?
When you look beyond the darkness, tell me, what do you see? It's your boy T-I-N-Y to the P. Yeah, he's looking for trouble here on twitch.tv with Crash or Jade or Spyro or Leon Kennedy. Is there a new game to start? Is he doing some art? Maybe knowledge of an 80s children's show to impart? Cause he's pentiferous, vigorous, rigorous. He's damn vociferous. When arting or Mario Karting, he's straight carnivorous. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
With a great rate of save states debating his fate, Peter's greeted by emotes of cheaters when people donate. Give him a or a and we'll build up the hype, and I'll struggle to read half the words that you type. So are you ready to go? Come on, what will it be? Are we gaming or painting or watching dated kids TV? Grab a bite, crack a sprite, dim the lights, sit tight, cause the stream's about to start and the mics sound right, boy. Tiny Peter. Tiny Peter.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Boy.
Hello. Is that better? That's working now. Hello. Shuffle. This is Brian Bumpus here with the news. I'm here to deliver some news to you, and the news is that I'm doing a live stream right now. How's it going, everyone? Live stream right now. Oops. How's it going? Jesus. Good grief, yeah. What a chaotic breaking news this is. Sometimes the news breaks that quickly that you don't even have your headphones on. Here we go.
How are you?
We put the headphones on as well. All good news readers.
The big breaking news of last week was the actual announcement of Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition.
Indeed.
Would love to see it streamed by either Brian or Peter Austin. I am definitely going to buy the game. Hope you are having an amazing day.
Thank you very much, Stephen Scotus. Look at that, even the tie is all over the shop. Don't know what's going on today. Brian had to put on his completely real hair and mustache. Yeah, every morning I get up and I style it all really carefully. It takes me a while because most newsreaders and broadcasters, they might have like a stylist or a hair and makeup and wardrobe department and all that kind of rubbish. Not me. I'm a consummate professional. Thank you, by the way, Stephen, for the bits there. It's Monday and it's Bumpus Stream. Yes, I'm very well, thank you, Stephen, and I had a lovely weekend with Peter Austin's family, which is nice. I went to visit his family. The big breaking news last week was the actual announcement of Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. Well, that is the big breaking news. The game is actually coming out at midnight tonight in whatever nation you are living in. And we even have confirmation that is actually happening, because the next thing I foresaw was, oh, well, they say that's what's going to happen, but what's that? Then there'll be some sort of error on the day, and then nothing will happen for 24 hours. Then Ubisoft will put out a statement saying, whoops, we made a mistake, but don't worry, it's coming next Wednesday. And, a little gif of like Uncle Page with his spanner going, oh, I need to fix a few things or something. But it has been dropping in the Eastern Hemisphere. I've not actually seen whether anyone has successfully bought it, installed it, and played it yet. But I imagine maybe there's now one or two people talking about it on social media. So it's all very exciting. And I am not even going into the office tomorrow. Brian and Peter, I believe, somewhere in the world, wherever Peter is, we've both taken the day off, and we are going to stay at home and play Beyond Good and Evil, and we're very excited. It will be streamed, but probably as soon as Peter's back, I think. So I think we've got a couple more streams before I have to leave you and go back to my much better job of being a newsreader. I think on the 10th is when I depart. So today's the 24th, so we've got another stream on the 1st, and then we'll also have a stream on the 8th, unless that week Peter swaps with maybe like James Jenkins, because that would take him to the 12th, the Friday, so that week he could potentially start it. But Peter doesn't want to start Beyond Good and Evil, he doesn't want me to start it and then to hand over to you halfway through the playthrough. So that's what's going on. We're going to play it in our own time and enjoy it to the full extent, without an audience or without having to chat through it. And then when we've probably already played it twice through, then Peter will be coming to stream it for you. So it will happen. Very exciting. Thank you for the bits as well, by the way, Stephen. So there we go. We are playing some Croc today, The Legend of the Gobbos. I have played Croc on a few occasions. I may even still have a copy. I don't, but I've given it a go on several occasions, and I've never stuck with it long enough to completion, because I don't think it's actually that exciting. Don't want to be... I know he's another beloved PS1 mascot, and that's certainly Peter's up Peter's street, and it should be up mine as well. But he's not very exciting, is he? Croc 2 might be a lot better. I'm aware that Croc 2 exists and was an improvement certainly on the movement mechanics and stuff. But this seems like a really good environment with which to at least start a playthrough of Croc, and we'll play it today. Maybe we'll play it next week as well, possibly. And we'll see if I'm enjoying it enough and if you're enjoying it enough to warrant playing through the entire thing, which I can't imagine takes more than a few hours anyway. So it's probably going to be 2 or 3 streams max if we play it to completion. And then again, we might not, because it might not be what we want to see. But we'll see. Timmy Whiff has been gifted a sub. No, hang on. Steven Skoda has gifted a sub to Axel Allsop91, taking Steven to 1210 gift subs. How exciting. Thank you very much, Stephen. And then Timmy Whiff has gifted a sub to the community, taking them up to 23 gift subs. Thank you very much. It's gone to Merles. Fantastic. And Dan Locky25 has subscribed for 36 months now. 3 years in the Walrus Clan. It's just moved to my chat because Hype Train started. I think Croc was the first game I ever played, so I'm looking forward to catching the VOD. Well, that's lovely, Dan Locky. I hope I do it justice for you, because maybe there's a lot of nostalgia for you to come to terms with there. So I'll try not to be too harsh on it if I'm struggling. GY Goliath gifted a sub. It's gone to RC and 9 or Arcand 9, Arcanine maybe even. 706 gift subs now to the channel, GY Goliath. Thank you very much. And Stephen with 2 more. They've gone to Tenchi CS and Mortified Zombie. That's a really embarrassed zombie there. Absolutely mortified. Taking Stephen to 1212. How exciting. Shall we play Croc? No physical copy. Illegal emulation, Brian. You are a newsreader. Newsreaders break the law all the time. Do you even know about TV broadcasters? We're a right bad bunch. So let's give it a go. Certainly used to own a copy. In fact, maybe I do. It might just be not on display because it's not a game that actually means a great deal to me. Hype Train is about to leave the station with one more sub, gift, or bits, apparently. So the option's there, but it's up to you. So I'm going to pop me chat over here. No, let's do that and that. And then let's boot up the emulator. Run the game. How exciting. So we kind of finished flipping, what's it called? Hang on, I've put it in a different folder. Hang on, let me do some. I'm navigating as we speak. ISOs, there we go. Croc, launch, right? Yeah, we kind of finished Toy Story last week, didn't we? Except we didn't. We rolled credits on it, but it would have been nice to. Oh, it's 420. It would have been nice to get all of the tokens, and we missed out on essentially one token because of the way that the game. There's no end game, and we'd not been saving, so we buggered it all up. Those were some of the titular Gobbos, and then we're straight in, and there's titular Croc. Hype Train incoming. Pup Wheelie subscribed for 51 months on a 50-month streak. Congratulations, Pup Wheelie. Look at those numbers. Thank you very much. Do I do anything here? Oh, look at the Hype Train. Level 2, 60%. Wow, that's gone. That's well away. Ah, in a little Moses basket. Wow. Looks a bit dark in here, doesn't it? Let me get some light. There we go. Just a little. He's learning. He's learning his tank controls. Ka-splat. Ka-pow. That's what he says. Akuna Patata says, hello, I remember owning this game, but I have no memories of playing it. GUI Goliath subbed for 51 months on a 51-month streak. Thank you very much, GUI Goliath. I have a copy of this, and I think I never finished it either, but I always went back to it. Yeah, it's that kind of game, and I don't think it's because it's hard, necessarily, or maybe it is. I don't really remember. But I just didn't find it super. I didn't have a reason to go back to it when there were other things to play, but I think streaming it is a good reason to stick with it. So we'll see how we get on. Really selling it, aren't I? I'm like, oh, it's going to be a really exciting stream. No, it'll be good. We'll have a good time. Croc is one of my 4 dream remakes. It is one of them, yeah. People do talk about Croc deserving a remake. With Klonoa, Ape Escape, and Hogs of War. Of course, Klonoa has happened. Hogs of War Lardcore is in development. It's now called Reheated, isn't it? Or is it the other way around? Was it Reheated and working title, and now it's Lardcore? Yeah, maybe it is Lardcore. And a Croc remake has been rumoured. Yeah, it has, hasn't it, actually? Yeah. Death89 says, Brian, what did you and Peter think of BGE 20th? Touched on it at the start of the stream. It's the obvious talking point for today's stream, and I don't want to. The thing is, when I talk for me here, I'm also talking for Peter in every part of this conversation. But I'll talk about me. You know, I rave about it, and for good reason, because it's really good. But I don't want people who have absolutely no interest in it to be absolutely bored stiff of hearing me talk about the same game all the time, like it's the greatest game of all time. Well, it's up there. But so I don't want to overdo it, but just to quickly give my thoughts actually on what the actual reveal trailer. I think it looks great. I think, like, compared to the leaked version that came out on Xbox via Ubisoft Plus or Uplay or whatever it's called, last year. They've clearly they said that was, a work. I've got such a tickly real mustache on my nose here. They said it was a work in progress, that version, and you never quite know whether to actually believe that, because, or if you do believe it, you don't necessarily know what bits of that work in progress are actually still being worked on and which bits of it are considered done. Because sometimes, kaboof. Because sometimes you can say, oh yeah, we're still working on something, but one thing we have sorted out already and that is final is, say, the music or the facial animations or the whatever, the gameplay control scheme. So the faces looked a bit dodgy in places. Do I just collect the gobbo? I do. Some of the faces looked really dodgy in the Xbox version that was leaked, and although they said it's a work in progress, I was worried that would still not be fixed when it came out. It looks fixed. The music is remastered, which I didn't expect. There's like a special treasure hunt mode to do. There's all this like gallery artwork from the development of the game. There are cosmetic items. There are references to the unfinished sequel. It's all super exciting for the fans, and I thought the trailer was really good and very evocative. And when the theme tune kicked in, the little vocal part at the beginning, ooh, I was like, hell yes. Ouch. Oh wow, they all went in the lava. I know that I can slam the well through here, but I don't know if I'm immediately on a branching path here or not.
Remaster BGE disc game stream 1. TTJ Cheeky Ben.
Well, that's the thing that I want to. It's one of the few times I want to platinum a game because it's got all these new trophies, which are very exciting. You have to beat the course record on the Yo Pearl game, which is tricky. That's the one you might not even remember that you unlock right near the end, where you're guiding 2 pearls at the same time through a maze on a scrolling corridor without hitting the walls. I don't think you have to do any disc game related trophies, like get them all through without ever receiving a disc in your core or anything like that. So that's a relief. But yeah, we will see disc game. But hopefully I'll be able to play with the control scheme that I know and love, which in all the time you've seen me or Peter play the disc game, it's been on an emulated version of the game which doesn't allow for the way that you use your thumbsticks. Basically, is not as intended. It's almost like the tank controls equivalent of disc game controls. So hopefully we'll be better at the disc game this time round. Don't know. But it's all very, very exciting. Thank you for the bits there, Steven Skodes. Secret Mail BG Remaster Run when? I will be doing that, Lobrotovich. I will be trying to trigger the secret mail. Imagine if I'm the first person to trigger the secret email. How exciting would that be? Try and capture it on my PS4, PS5 if I play it tomorrow. I mean, I won't get to the end tomorrow, I don't think, but yeah. I want to see if it triggers anything. It might break the game. They might have. Maybe they don't even know that it's in there because it's such a well hidden. Oh no, a well hidden little thing. Did I get the green? Yeah, I did. So maybe if you trigger it and then it's got nothing to call, it like calls for this email and the email's not there because they've deleted it. It might just crash the game. So we'll see. I hope it's great and not a soulless cash grab. Well, that's exactly it, Death89. That's what I liked about the trailer and about the trophy list and the features that they've added. It's certainly more than... Kaboof! Can I kill this guy? It's certainly better than your... than a GTA trilogy. You know, they've not just... crapped it out onto their... No, maybe I can't kill this guy. Any Croc veterans here know whether this guy's killable? Ow. Okay, let's hit this thing. Oh, level complete. See, I don't know what's going on here. Right, that's fine. Or the 13 remake, indeed. Should I backtrack and sort of sprint through that again? I'll just collect the important collectibles. I won't go and get all the other stuff again. If it even reappears. Yeah, it does. Right, we'll go straight down the well. We'll get the gobbo. You've got me on the other hobby horse there now. Who was it who just asked? Where is it? The class PS texture jiggle is super noticeable on this. Classic yeah, it is. Very, very bobby. Yeah, look at it wobbling all over the place. I kind of like it though. I love it. I mean, as you say, it's got a classic vibe to it. Some people think it's horrible, but you can see all the tiles in the lava here, which probably is not actually visible in the original version. Sometimes things get so well defined on these emulated versions that you can see through gaps that weren't there in the first place. Yazoo! I probably don't have to recollect the Gobbos, do I? I don't think, but I think I do need to get all of those coloured gem things. Not these ones, I mean the ones that have a specific colour to them. Yeah, coloured crystals. Oh, slippery. There was nothing at the back of this area, was there? Oh, there's a red crystal there. But yes, someone asked about opinion on the Acolyte so far, says Cooley Wooly. I'm certainly not as butthurt as some of the sort of, I was going to say right-wing viewers of Star Wars are. I suppose not all of them are right-wing, which is troubling. Or they don't think they are, but, you know, some of the opinions they have, maybe they're a bit more conservative than they realise. Some people are really cross that, like, it's got women in it, or powerful women, or lesbians, or people of colour. That happens every time. Not even worth the breath, really. So I won't give it any more airtime. But people are also cross that Ki-Adi-Mundi's age, which was only ever a Legends thing, and the age that his species can live to, that's now been changed, and yeah, it's stupid that people are worrying about that, when for a start it was not canon anymore because it was in Star Wars Legends. And Christ, you know, it's like when there was fire in space in the first episode and people got really mad about that. It's like, have you ever seen Star Wars? What are you talking about? There's been fire in space since the original trilogy. Admittedly not a fire just sitting there burning, but fiery explosions which still require oxygen. And also right next to the fire that was lit on this ship, there was a little jet of gas coming out. So why couldn't you even just say, alright, well, my headcanon is that the gas that's coming out of there is what's fueling that fire. It's a mixture of oxygen and, you know, something else. So have I feel like I've not, oh no, I feel like I've not got, oh no, where's the yellow one? Do I have to kill something? Can I come down? Yes, I can, okay, good. Yeah, it's science fiction. I mean, it's worse than, not worse, it's more than science fiction. It's actually science fantasy. That's not, oh, that's not new. The notion that, you know, this quote-unquote science fiction series that has actual space wizards in it. That shouldn't be news to anyone, you know? Ka-pow! Right, how do I get up here? Can I reach? Oh, I can clamber. Okay, good. Now we've got all the coloured crystals, and we know that a gong is the level exit, so I will not be hitting gongs in future until I'm ready to leave. Rogue One is beloved and that has women in it, mate, says Hammers Fans 10. I know. I agree. Exactly. Rogue One is beloved and has women in it. I'm not saying that these people always hate whenever women are in it, but that is sometimes... Some people do hate Star Wars if it has powerful women in it, or lesbians, or people of colour. And I'm not saying that everyone who has issues with the Acolyte, that those are their reasons, and that they're all bigoted. Some of them just care a bit too much about the hard rules of their science fantasy series. You're right that there are a lot of people who love Rogue One, which has a woman in it, has women in it, and that they like it. But that's the exception that proves the rule. The people who like Rogue One are not the people I'm talking about. It's the people who didn't like Rogue One either, because there are plenty of those. And you know, for those, some of them didn't like it for that very reason. You know, that's what I'm talking about. So you're absolutely right. There we go. I did it. I got all the stuff. Breaking news. I'm not saying that I love the Acolyte either, actually. I think it's been okay, but I think that, you know, I immediately got talking about the main controversy, which is, you know, a certain corner of the fandom being like actively abusive towards people. Because that's the hot topic, isn't it, when you talk about the Acolyte and its reception and what you think of it. But to get back to exactly what I think of it, I'm certainly not mad about all of those reasons that people have given to be mad about it. But I'm not so keen on... I'm trying to think which bits of it I'm not a fan of. I feel like it seems to me very obvious who the Sith is going to be, or whether he's a Sith or whatever he is. But you know, the guy seems super obvious, and I welcome them to be making it a red herring and a bait and switch. Because if it turns out that they've made it so obvious that it's such and such a person, and it turns out not to be, then hey, that's great. That was an intentional thing. But if it turns out that it actually is them, and they've just done a really bad job of writing a mystery, then yeah, I won't be best pleased. Splat. So the stuff around there, I'm assuming I'm going to be able to get round to that later, and it'll bring me back round. Cecil Prumps is in the chat. Hey Cecil Prumps, how's it going? Long time no see. And by that I mean, I am Brian Bumpit, and I probably don't even know who Cecil Prumps is, because there may never have been any crossover. But I'm sure Peter would be pleased to see you if he was here. Right. Yippee. Look at all these gobbos that I'm getting. I'm doing a great job. Who, he says, falling into the lava. Oops. Oh no. I think it's like Sonic. I think as long as you don't run out of these, then you're fine. Shazam! Right, how many of these have I got? Oh, not nearly enough. Is it a Metroidvania, this game? Can I unlock abilities? Can I come back and... Because there's all that stuff. I could see it, but I couldn't get to it. Let me see. Let me have another... Let me have another go. Tell Peter I say hi. I will do. Oh my god. You can actually slide around on that edge a little bit, but I'm sure that's not the intended way to get there. I heard a magic noise. What was that? Was that the enemy respawning? Probably was. So there's a door there. I can almost get there, but not quite. Oh, and in fact, I can't backtrack from here at all now. I can't get out or anything. I'm gonna have to just go to the level exit. Wow, who'd have thought Croc would be so hard? It's like the Dark Souls of platformers. Ka-pow. Can't get up there anymore because the box is gone. I don't know. The wall at the beginning. Oh yeah, I saw that wall with all the crystals on it. I did see that. Thank you, Insomnia Aaron. Insomnia Aaron. It's always good. I love it whenever we've got someone in the chat who knows the game that we're playing, if it's one that I'm not familiar with. It's always very handy. Do you think I should start again and do a quick crystal run? Maybe. Maybe try 2/3 of a triple jump. Oh, if only. You mean Kingsfield? That was before Dark Souls. I had Kingsfield. Do I still have Kingsfield? Probably not. I think I must have traded it in as a kid. Kingsfield, it was difficult and a bit spooky. In fact, it was funny. I was watching some videos yesterday about Kingsfield on YouTube because I just got thinking about it. I've been really into recently. I think I talked about this last week actually, or maybe even on the podcast. I've been watching videos that are specifically about like kind of video game aesthetics and oh wait, don't smash it. So hang on, how? I can't just jump up there, can I? Surely not. No. Insomnia Aaron, how do I get... Oh, I see. Look at this. Little hand holes. Oh, well, I should have spotted that. Yeah, it's about video game aesthetics and particularly environmental aesthetics and kind of environmental design, but often in a... kind of from a point of view of like where limitations really like kind of worked in the favor of a video game. So, you know, you can look at environmental design in modern gaming and there's some absolutely amazing stuff out there. And, you know, so much detail and you can just fill a level with loads of little items and you can, you know, you can put specks of dust pretty much onto a desk if you want to. And fill it with life as well, more to the point. You can fill it with NPCs and things like that, and animals and birds flying around. But, you know, in the early days, when, you know, we had so few polygons to work with, and you know, you often had these desolate levels and kind of strange textures and angular stuff going on, and I know, unfortunately, the main kind of key word for the sorts of videos that I'm looking at, I'm looking at a lot of stuff that is about. Oh wow, you don't get iframes, do you? If you hit the, I thought I might be able to run on the lava with a little flash going on. Anyway, it's fine. The main kind of key word for that kind of video, or the kind of video that I'm looking at, is it's like video game liminal spaces, which, oh, I nearly fell off again. You know, I slightly roll my eyes, but only because it's like a very sort of trendy thing at the moment, and to the point where people sort of sometimes don't use the term correctly, or they think it means something slightly different to what it is. So I do kind of scoff a little bit when I shouldn't do, because it is, you know, it's kind of is the right term for a lot of stuff. Like Halo levels and stuff can be really, really liminal and haunting and eerie, like particularly when they're empty, devoid of enemies and players. Oh, ow. So, yeah, I've been looking at a lot of that kind of thing, and Jesus. And how did I get onto that? I was talking about environmental design, and I don't know why. I don't think it was the ladder going. Oh. Oh God. Do I just exit? Can I leave the area again? Possibly, yes. Oh, Kingsfield. That's why I was talking about it. Yeah, and I was watching a video. It wasn't actually about Kingsfield liminal spaces. I couldn't find one about that, but I kind of wanted to look at one that was about the kind of the very minimal environments of Kingsfield. Because it was such an early, oh God, so loud. It was such an early game on the PS1, and you know it really lacked certain things, but I kind of think it really lends it a haunting atmosphere, a whole different kind of haunting atmosphere in retrospect, you know, compared to what it was like at the time, which yeah, I'm sure it still will have been a very haunting experience for people who played it back then. But yeah, to go back now and play something like Kingsfield, all these sort of blocky corridors and really low frame rate and a lot of limitations on even like the orchestra that plays the soundtrack in the background. You know, the whole thing ends up feeling like something out of a dream or another dimension, rather than an actual like gritty fantasy sword and sorcery experience, which is kind of what it's meant to be like. But yeah, it comes out more like almost a bit more sort of trippy and strange. Yeah. Press circle and Croc does a quick turn, can do it when running as well. I did notice that when I pressed it earlier. Thank you, that's handy. Okay. I'm hoping I've got all the crystals I need so far, that I've not missed any. There we go, the quick turn. That is handy. Have we? Yes, we have. Thank God. Good old Insomniaran here, helping us out. What would we do without him? Or her? And that's 5 Gobbos. Very good. Hashtag not fake hair. It is not fake hair. How dare you? Who said it was fake hair? Okay. Oh, this is going to be very satisfying. Ready? Oh, yeah. I may have just arrived. Gong. Good luck, Mobius, with your job interview. All the best. You can't kill the big worm creature. Good to know. Thank you. Lava, Lava, Lava is the name of this level for some reason. I wonder what it contains. I wonder what theme the level is. Oh God, it's lava. Oh, look at that lava fall. Right, so I've got to remember to look out for the ladder texture on the wall now, the climbable surface, because that is... it's easily missed. Oh yeah, there's a little thing here, you can step on the arrows and it moves. I think. That's fun. Back we go. Shazam! Oh, okay. Hey, this is nice. I like all the... It's quite a vibrant little world, isn't it? I remembered it being a bit more... crap. Not crap, but far emptier and less animated. I thought that all the animation comes from Croc and, you know, NPCs and stuff, but, you know, we've got all these, like, things moving around and blocks and God knows what. You watching? Oh my god, what was that? I actually lost it there. Jesus! I think it's this one? Well, I got a heart and not a gobbo, which presumably means that wasn't right. Can I try again if I come back down? I don't know how to word it exactly, but not being able to go in any direction other than straight without slow turning will probably drive me up the wall after a while. Yeah, that's what's referred to as tank controls in video games. If you ever hear someone saying tank controls, that's what they mean. And that's because a tank, an army tank... Oh god, I've got to come back and do that again. Oh well. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. A tank has to... A tank can do that, basically. It can go forwards and backwards, and then with its tracks, if it makes its wheels go forward on one side and backwards on the other, it will make it turn like that. So that's why it's called tank controls. Oh, what's that little twinkly? What is that? Do I risk it? Oh, well, something happened. Oh, what? What's going on? A tank cannot strafe, usually. Yeah, although a car can't strafe either, so... It's like car controls as well. But a car can't turn on the spot either, which is why it's specifically tank control. Oh, ow. Tank controls. Oh my god, little fire boy here. They don't ever give me... Oh, I don't know what he gave me then, but maybe I do have to... Insomnia, Aaron, can I kill the little diggy snakes? I feel like no, but... Seems like I can't. I've tried many times. Ow. Every time I even get close to it, it hurts me, so I'm going to assume that I can't. Hi, Brian and Walrus Clan. Hope you're all well. I have fond memories of this as a kid. How are you finding it, Brian? I think you can, but it's tough, so normally I don't bother. Okay. I'm finding it a bit more charming than I expected or remembered. I was saying at the start of the stream, if you've only just arrived, Duke McChicken, I was saying earlier that I have played this game, the start of this game, several times over the years. But my memory of it is that after a few levels, I kind of got a little bored, or at least did not feel compelled to go back again. Let's just see one more. Now that I've been to a different level a different room entirely, let's see if this will reset the. Nah. Okay. So now playing it again, I'm finding it a bit more. Yeah, vibrant or animated or charming than I remembered it being. So that's nice. Good to see. Turn right. Make me. Oh, is it pushable? Okay, maybe that's how, if I want to kill those diggy worms, maybe that's the way to do it. Which are probably almost invincible when you slam like that. There is a strafe button. R1 will let me strafe, and L1 as well, I assume. Yazoo! There we go. Yes, I did assume that. I assumed it was a pushable box.
Yeah.
Howdy there, Brian.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Brian, I think we all know you and TP are gonna be fighting on who gets to use the PS5 tomorrow.
Indeed.
I just need to ask, why didn't they have it on their big E3 not E3 stream?
Oh,
What the hell were they thinking?
Don't even. I don't know. Thank you for the bits there, BTJ. Much like several other people on today's stream, BTJ there is asking me again about the Beyond Good and Evil Anniversary re-release. Well, not more than a re-release, remaster. Remaster with lots of TLC, by the looks of it. Why wasn't it at Summer Game Fest? Why wasn't it at Ubisoft's equivalent stream for Summer Game Fest? I don't know. I do not know. It was revealed instead at Limited Run Games, who are going to do a collector's edition, which is very exciting. But, oh great, that just brings you down. Good to know. Who are going to do a collector's edition, and they do some pretty exciting collector's editions from what I've seen, with all sorts of figures and art books and steel book games and things like that. However, I have also seen some pretty bad reports about people's experience with them. Now, I've never ever bought anything from the Limited Run Games. I wasn't really aware of them until this announcement. I knew that the Tomba remake was happening. Didn't realise that was them, but it is them. So I was aware of them in that sense, in that I knew someone was doing that, but I didn't know. I couldn't have told you their name. Okay, I've been up here. Can I slam now? Oh no, I missed it. God, I hope there's not a special crystal in that top one. In fact, I can probably jump up from here. You can jump really high, this guy. Not that high though. I might be able to jump and spin it, possibly. I don't know if you can spin these. Probably not. I'll give it a go and then I'll just slam the rest. Ka-pow! No, never mind. So yeah, they're sort of new to me, the Limited Run people, and there's some controversy over the quality of their service, but you know, buyer beware. It's at your own risk, and I can't attest to whether it's true or not that they don't provide a good service. It might be that they do a really good job, and I'll be laughing on the other side of my face when my beautiful collector's edition arrives. But that won't be available for order until July, pre-order, so you can only buy the game digitally at the moment. I bought a physical copy of both Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable from the Limited Run Games. Their physical copies of the games are pretty good, says Stephen. Well, that's good to know. Okay, well, this room is empty now, apart from a box that I missed. To work out where I'm going. But I'll try and work it out myself for now. And then I'll go to the chat if I need any help. So there's the balloon. Oops. Oh, there's a door right there. Okay. So yeah, it might be that Ubisoft really wanted to do a really nice collector's edition, and they thought, hey, let's get Limited Run Games to do it for us, rather than us having to worry about doing it. And then maybe it was like, okay, well, we'll do it, but part of the deal, we would like to have exclusive rights to the reveal in our showcase. But I don't know. I don't know if they would do that. And it's not like Ubisoft can't make their own merch. So... yeah, not a oh, the button brings it down, I guess. Not a great decision, if you ask me, but the price is very good. It looks like it's only going to cost about £20, $20, maybe $25 at most. So very, very affordable. And a game that, you know, in my very humble opinion, is flipping brilliant. So, get it bought. Midnight tonight, wherever you are, you'll be able to purchase it. Oh, oh, this is... what a terrible control scheme for this. might as well just run back and forth. Am I penalised for how many of these how many incorrect button presses I do? Two hearts. Okay. Probably not what was intended. Probably meant to get more out of it than that, but whatever. There's a locked cage through here, which I don't seem to have the key for. Aha! But we know we're also missing a gobbo because we failed at 3-cup Monty. 3-box Monty it was. So, and if you went to school with 3-box Monty, I hope he's doing okay. I've seen better sheep games on Dreams, says Mr. Black. Yeah. I'm gonna exit in the bonus level in case there's something special about doing that rather than exiting at the main exit. Probably not, but I'm scared. So, yeah, I feel like probably from that game I was supposed to maybe earn a gobbo. Although I'm only 1 gobbo down, so probably not. Because I think are there 5 in each level? I think there have been so far, and we know where the missing one was. Let's see. Oh, 6. And 6 there, yeah, I think I missed out on 2 gobbos. On the sheep game and the box game. Let's go and do it again. Kind of feel like what happened with Jade in Captain Laserhawk seemed to epitomise how little care Ubisoft had for that particular IP, and, well, a notable element of their previous behind-the-scenes toxicity. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, for those who don't know, there was an animated series based on the, well, loosely based on the Far Cry Blood Dragon world, or, well, brand, really. It was just based on the brand and nothing else. Kind of a neon kind of cyberpunk, yeah, I suppose cyberpunk-esque. Well, this isn't where I want it to be. I thought this was where the box game was. Yazoo. Kind of a cyberpunky. Was it actually anime? I can't even remember what the style was now. Whether it was like just stylized Western animation, or if it was a bit more in a kind of Eastern animation style. I honestly don't even remember. I think it was sort of anime style, and it had a bunch of Ubisoft sort of all-stars in it, various characters from Ubisoft games, but they were kind of parallel versions of themselves. They weren't the exact characters. So Rayman was in there, and he actually looked like Rayman. He was about the only person who looked like himself. But he was like a TV news anchor who had like a cocaine addiction and stuff. It was like really gritty and gory and like, you know, but very stylized and fun and kind of wacky. There was a lot to it. Right, okay. Middle. Right. Middle. Right. Middle. Right. Or left. Left. Middle. Left. Middle. Right. 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 I think I kept up with it in that little... those shuffles. Those speedy shuffles it does at the start. Yes. Got it. Yeah, he was a coke addict, and then they had like some Far Cry characters in there. Sam Fisher was in it at one point. None of them looked like they were supposed to... well, they were intended to not look like their original characters. That's the whole point. But surprisingly, out of flipping nowhere, Jade and Paige from Beyond Good and Evil were in it, which no one really expected, I don't think. But yeah, then they were in it. Okay, I don't need any of this. I assume gobbos that I've got on previous runs I just get to keep. I don't have to collect them all. Raymond Mann, yeah, Rayman was in it. But yeah, Jade and Paige didn't get treated particularly well. In all like the promotional material and in their first like episode or two, I got a feeling like the creators cared and we're gonna do interesting things with them both, and then then they just didn't. It was like, oh, all right. What what we're doing? The sheep. Oh no, the sheep is behind coloured crystals, which I've not been collecting. I thought... Oh, is it open from when I previously... No. Oh, have I buggered this now? Because I've kind of run past... Maybe not. Maybe I can do a quick... Make a sharp exit. Go and get them. I totally forgot that I was going to need those to get back into the sheep game. Right, let's see. So yeah, you kind of feel like... I don't know. You get the feeling that, like... It's almost like a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Where it's like some of Ubisoft's bigwigs clearly actually care a lot about the franchise and think that there's value to it and know that other people want stuff from it. Whether it's a remaster or a sequel or appearances in Netflix shows or its own Netflix show, which was teased years ago. I say teased, it was just all they did was they said it's happening. That's what we're doing. And then nothing happened. And they attached like the director or the writer of Detective Pikachu to it. Said, oh yeah, it's going to be great. Nothing happened. So there's like the Dr. Jekyll side where it's like, oh yeah, people want more, let's do it, let's give, you know, and there's value in this franchise and we shouldn't let it die and let's make sure let's do stuff. And then Mr. Hyde comes out and it's like, yeah, we'll do that. But then we'll kind of like, we'll actually just take it all away again. Or we'll promise that we're going to do it and then we'll do it half-arsed and then we'll make them wait another like 5 years. So anyway, today is not the day for me to be grumbling about how we never get anything as a fan base, because people right now around the world are playing not just a remaster, but a remaster that really does appear to have had some care and love put into it, which is great. That is really good to see. And I'm hoping that is actually true. That's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to be delivered. Which do you prefer, Croc 1 or 2, says Hoffman. I've never played Croc 2, and I'm not very familiar with Croc 1. Right, so, is the first coloured crystal over there? Am I going to have to do a bit of damage abuse here? I've done it before, I'll do it again. Oh god, okay. Well, it's a gobbo, that's something. But from the outside, Croc 2 looks like it might be the superior experience, but I don't know. Those of you who are familiar with Croc 1 and 2, which one do you prefer? Let me know in the chat. Oh man, I hope I've not left a coloured crystal somewhere from just sort of sprinting through, and now, oh god, and now it's gone. Irretrievable. I'll have to come back here again to do the sheep level. Maybe it was in here and I just ran past it because I wasn't that bothered. Oh wait, no, this is here. No, I don't want this. Hoffman says, this one's super nostalgic and the music is amazing in this game. The music is good, isn't it, actually? I hadn't really stopped to comment on it, but it is very nice. That was one of the really good things about the PlayStation, is that because it was CD discs rather than cartridges, they were able to do a lot more musically. They had the bandwidth. Well, no crystal. I'm missing one blue crystal, I think, or one of the colours. I may have buggered it. I might be jiggered. They had the bandwidth for some actual bands, indeed. Oh, it's in one of these boxes, isn't it? God damn it. I remember now. Or, no, actually, maybe it's not in them. It might have been on them. It's not here now. Oh. Flip. Well, I'm not going to replay the level again right now to do the sheep thing, but where actually was it? What have I done? Missed it somewhere. The levels aren't that big. Maybe it despawns in certain circumstances if you miss it. Just occurred to me, I have no idea how CDs or DVDs work. Basically magic to me, says Anthony. I actually saw one of those zoom GIFs where it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it gets down to like electron microscope levels where they zoom in and in and in on a thing, and it showed a CD. A CD, when they talk about burning a disc, you do literally melt the material on a CD. It gets melted to create lumps and bumps, which I assume are basically just binary code. I'm assuming that's what, you know, a lump is a 1 and a no lump, a flat bit of disc, is a 0. But, you know, we're talking at a microscopic level. That's my understanding anyway. I could be very wrong. Yeah, it's like vinyl but in a much smaller scale, says Sakuna Patata. What's this fellow? Is he a boss? Doesn't look very intimidating, but hey, he's about to kick my ass, I'm sure. Oh yeah, you can stand on that thing, and I have done this. I've definitely played this far because I remember this odd platform which goes in the direction you're facing. Can I quick turn with it? Oh, I can. Nice. So I must ask, given that you're playing Croc and given that they're re-releasing Gex, and that is also, what's their names? Limited Run Games. We've already talked about them today. Who would you say is your favourite out of the lesser loved old PC, PS1 and PS2 platformers? I'd have to put my vote in for Rayman, even if he should be as big as Crash. That's neither here nor there. Who's your vote going to? Good question, BTJ. I really want to play more Rayman. I've only played Rayman 1, and it didn't interest me enough to finish it because it's a side-scroller, and I was like, I don't know. And I knew it was going in. I was like, I'm aware that this is a side-scroller, but I wanted to play Rayman 2, Rayman 3D, and I thought, oh, I best play Rayman 1 first and just get that out of the way. Not that I thought the story would be really, really tricky to grasp. If is that going to fall, or is it? Should I be breaking it? No, it's fallen, that's fine. But I thought, oh, I'll play Rayman. And I do have Rayman. It's just, that's Rayman 1 and that's Rayman 2 right next to each other. And I really want to play Rayman 2, and I own it, and I never have done. And it's by Michel Ancel, who is a guy who has done games that I love, including, obviously, the game of the day, but also King Kong. He did the King Kong game. In fact, the reason that Peter Jackson got Ubisoft and Michel Ancel to do King Kong, the official game of the movie, was because he really, really liked Beyond Good and Evil. There you go, a little bit of trivia. What was I saying? Rayman, yes. I really want to play Rayman 2. And I know I would enjoy it, but I can't comment on whether he is my number one lesser loved mascot because I don't have enough Rayman experience. Gex I like, but I've only played Gex 3D, and that was a long time ago. Is he going to get tired, this boy? Yeah, okay, I think I'll just tire him out. Do I? Yeah. Oh. Oh no. No, my health. Oh god. I'm dead. Badoof. Yeah, Gex is good. Oh, yikes! I'm trying to think who else counts as a lesser. Been using my D-pad, but I'm switching to thumbsticks because I'm kind of getting a bit caught out here. Who else is there? Banjo. Oh, I really like. It doesn't really count because it's not a Mascot platformer, but it is a bunch of Mascot style characters. I love Diddy Kong Racing, and I think it's so underrated because obviously Mario Kart is great. Crash Team Racing is great as well. Hey. But I used to play so much Diddy Kong Racing as a kid with my friend who had an N64. We used to play it in the mornings before school. It's got an amazing soundtrack. It's got dynamic music, which at the time was almost unheard of. It's got a good selection of characters. It's got some good bosses. It's got a really nice overworld, which for a kart racer is, it's no mean feat to have an overworld at all, let alone a good one. Like the Crash Team Racing overworld is not actually that good. You just drive around it and go through portals, but the Diddy Kong Racing one has like things to explore and secrets to find and stuff, so yeah, it's good. Love Diddy Kong Racing. And of course, I've played a bit of Sly Cooper on stream before, just the first one, but I really, really enjoyed that. So I think PS2 was included in the question by BTJ, so if we're including that, then sure, maybe Sly. He's a good one. They're not lumps and bumps on a burnt disc per se, but rather the burn results in different zones, in zones of different laser reflectivity that create the same effect as lumps and bumps on a pressed disc, ones and zeros, says Agamemnon 2. Well, there we go. We've all learned something, including me. They're not physical. I was aware that they weren't physical lumps and bumps that are red in the. I knew that they weren't red in a tactile way, but I thought that they were still raised areas that are red in a visual sense with a whatever you would call it, with the laser. I thought the laser looked whether there's a lump. But yeah, I at least was not thinking that it feels for a lump, which you could argue a record player does. But no, I didn't know it was about laser reflectivity, which is, I suppose in that sense it's, yeah.
Yeah.
21.
Oh my god, Naked Statue, thank you for the 100 bits and for the spooky times. 21, what could be happening in 21 weeks? Or possibly slightly less than 21 weeks, because I think you've done it at, on some joint streams, haven't you? Right, here we go. I knew there was a way up here. Let's climb. Thank you for the bits. Dang, lesser known mascots being harder to remember. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Jack and Daxter suggests Cecil Prumps. Yeah, I mean, again, Jack and Daxter. Am I going to get in big trouble here with either Cecil Prumps, who, by virtue of suggesting it, maybe is a fan of Jack and Daxter, and perhaps everyone else. I really don't like Daxter, to the point that I couldn't finish Jack and Daxter because he just wound me up. And also, I'm not as comfortable in larger worlds in my 3D platformers. I prefer Crash Bandicoot corridors or small zones like in this game. Or, like with Spyro, I guess you could say that those are they're a bit more like open world, but they still feel quite contained. Whereas I kind of felt...
Happy 420 BBBB blazed my dude's
Flip.
16 dab. See you later, alligator. In a wild Jokido. Here are some croco jokes.
Brilliant.
What do you call a crocodile with GPS? A navigator.
A navigator.
Ha, ha, ha. What do you call a crocodile that live on a dark side road? An alligator. Ha-e.
A what?
What do you call a SWAT team of alligators? Gatorade.
Oh, an
Ho, ho,
alligator.
ho. What do you call an alligator that makes others fight? An instigator. Ha-oo-oo. What do you call a crocodile who robs banks? A crocodile. Hi-hoo.
A crocodile.
B B B B B B croc B B B B B B B B B Gobo B B B B B B sheep B B B B B B B gems B B B B B B 106% B B B B B B B the Croc and Gobo connection blaze it.
I can't do 106% because I'm missing a crystal here. Thank you for the bits. I've not actually done the animation, but it's 421 is 422. Yeah, there we go. It's 420, everyone. Blaze it. Yeah, so I find Jackster very annoying. I find Daxter very annoying, and I wasn't able to fully complete Jack and Daxter. Oh, now that I'm down here, I can't even leave. I don't think. I mean, I know I can obviously hit the gong, but I don't think I can get back up. No, that's it. Okay, well. Thank you to Steven Skodes and Lord Rotovich for the 100 blazy blips there, and thank you for the jokes. Those were some good ones. Earthworm Jim 3D, says Timmy with. Hey, what about, if you want to start getting really serious about this, what about Blasto? Or, oh, what's that guy called who's not Blasto, but might as well be? Johnny Laserhawk, Dolph Johnny Fist. It's not Johnny Bravo. Before someone suggests Johnny Bravo, Johnny Bazooka Tone. Forgotten Media's straight in there. Indeed, Johnny Bazooka Tone. How many of you guys are aware of Johnny? I mean, yeah, clearly I'm barely aware of him because I couldn't remember his name. Then there's Glover. There's Mr. Domino. Hey, I can sit here all night and list them, actually, thinking about it. The moment I gave it even just the slightest amount of thought. Mort the chicken. What about Cheesy? Worst Games Ever fans. Cheesy. Shazam! Right, so that's moving now. I hope it's not going to stop moving. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger, yeah. There's oh, I've just forgot. It's just gone out of my head. I just had it then. What's the little kung fu cat called? The little boy. Little boy cat, not like a cool. And I say kung fu in quite a sort of reductive way. I don't know if it was some kind of martial art. Oh man, that does actually stop after. Okay. No, not Blinks, but Blinks is one, which I've not played actually, but I would like to try Blinks one day. There's KO the Kangaroo, of course. Oh! Goodness me! Ocean Man. There we go. Fire Snout and Wheat. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. 30 of you. If you're wondering why, I appear to be dressed as a 50-year-old newsreader, that is because I am one, and you shouldn't question it. Don't for 1 minute think that I might be someone else in costume, because I'm not. I am a real 50-year-old newsreader. My name is Brian Bumpus. It really is. And I don't want you to ask any more. I'm taking no further questions at this time. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in.
Yeah.
This game is releasing some deep forgotten memories. I must have played this game quite a lot because I remember every single sound bit and soundtrack but completely forgot it existed.
Oh, it comes all the way down, so I can just run. I thought I was going to need the cube to get up there. Where was I? I was... Well, firstly, I'll thank Naked Statue for the 100 bits. Thank you very much indeed. It is a good soundtrack, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we were talking about Mascot. What's he called? K. Did anyone say K? That's who I was thinking of, though. K, the cat of some kind. I don't remember what he was. But he did martial arts, and he was a kind of a mascot platformer kind of guy who didn't really take off. Not K.O. the kangaroo. K, The Legend of K, I think it was called. So yes, hello Raiders. We're playing Croc today, as you can see. Perhaps that's what brought you here. Thank you for dropping by. And we're just talking about lesser known 3D mascots from kind of this generation and maybe the generation afterwards. Because Croc is kind of one of them, isn't he? I think Croc has some recognizability, if that's not a made-up word, which it isn't. I'm going to say that it's a real one. But he's no, he's not Spyro and he's not Crash. Let's face it, and he's not even Gex, the other reptilian mascot. So yeah, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Or Croc. But I think there is actually meant to... We were talking earlier about someone was saying one of their number one remake or remaster or re-release amongst their 4 number ones would be Croc. And I'm sure actually there've been discussions already about that there's going to be a Croc remake or a remaster, but I don't know if work has sort of halted on it, but I'm sure I've seen some like nice sort of graphics, some artwork that was done. Whoops. It's fairly well known, I would say. I actually played Croc 2 once. I wasn't that impressed, and that person was with the list of 4 was me. Yes, it was. Does Qbert count? Yeah, Qbert counts. These all count. Klonoa was mentioned earlier. I really like Klonoa actually. Happy to live you guys here and on YouTube. Well, thank you, Feist now and Reet. You mentioned Sly. Yeah, Sly was probably potentially my answer actually for kind of favourite, slightly lesser known. Oh no! Oh god! I guess we're talking lesser known or not as successful. They might be well known, because I think you're right, Insomnia Aaron, that Croc is actually fairly well known. But I think it is definitely fair to say he's not as successful as Crash or Spyro or Mario or Sonic, So in that respect, he's by some definitions, he's a lesser mascot character, even though, it's a bit of a mean thing to say, but he kind of is. Right, let's check behind the gong. Aha! See, I'm learning all the tricks of the trade now. So that is the door, but over here, do I have a key? No. It's right there. Qbert is well known. He was before the mascots we're discussing. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get serious, even more serious about this, and go further back, there's Alex Kidd. There's what was that recycling raccoon? What was he called? You know the one. There's the little fox who looks like the one from oh god. Help. What's the modern Little Fox game? The one that's actually almost a bit Soulsborne. It's actually quite tricky. You know the one. I want to say Quilt, but it's not called Quilt. Tunic. That's why I want to say Quilt, because it's Tunic. Yeah, Tunic. There's a little fox boy in that, but there was a PS1 3. It looked a lot like this actually. It might be. Honestly, if it was the same engine, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't know who made it. but there was a little 3D fox with a little shield and sword. Whoops. A little knight he was. And yeah, that was a PS1 Mascot-ish game, but I can't think. I think it was called The Adventures of Something was the name of the game, or Someone's Adventures. You'd have to look it up. Acrobat. Awesome Possum. Yeah, that's one. Rocket Raccoon Recycles. No, not that raccoon. Or is he a flying squirrel? There was some kind of recycling American mammal on. We're talking on like a. Possibly it may have even been a handheld. No, I think it was a home console, but quite an early one. Might have been an Atari or a Sega of some sort. Cool Spot. Yeah, the 7-Up one. Oh, God. Oh, well, I got something by falling off there. That's good. There's also Cheesy. Yeah, I think I mentioned Cheesy earlier. You don't mean Rocket Knight, do you? Rocket Knight? I don't think so. He's a little fox. No, not Rocket Knight. The pencil one, Wild Woody. Yeah. Oh, there are loads when you stop and think about it. I just had some in my head then. It depends where you want to draw the line as well, because some of them they were maybe made in a very mascot-y style, but they weren't necessarily meant to be the mascot of a console or of a company. But, you know, there's like 40 Winks, and there's Sir Daniel Fortescue from Medieval, possibly. You know, he's stylized enough that maybe you could say he's one. Kingsley's Adventure is what you're thinking of. Thank you, All Evolutions. Kingsley. That's the boy. Pepsi Man. Hey, here's an exclusive for you. A worldwide exclusive. The next episode of Weirdest Games Ever. It's Pepsi Man. Oh, spoilers! Hey, that's because you came to my stream. Thanks. Thanks for dropping by. We got 3 games out of the 7-Up spot. Yeah. Oh, what was the star one? I think he was just called... No, I nearly said Star U then, but that's just... Yeah, Rystar or Ristar. Rystar. Croc's being a bit funny. Sometimes he's just not climbing up stuff. Come on, Croc, be good. Rystar. Hey, between us, we've done a great job there. And then what was the little spaceship? It was like a Sega one. That's different to Alex Kidd, isn't it? Alex Kidd was an actual kid, but they also had a little like spaceship with legs. Legs in the chat, please, everyone. Legs in the chat. TTJ legs. Yeah, that was some breaking news actually there about the Opa from Fantasy Zone. Yeah, that's it. I think he had legs. Too late if he didn't. Already done all the legs in the chat. Hey, between us, we've done a great job there, just naming mascots. Someone said Conker earlier as well. I didn't even name drop that one. And Banjo, of course. Conker and Banjo. Both of them originally designed, or well, not necessarily originally designed for, but making their debut in Diddy Kong Racing. You might not have known that. Not a lot of people know that. So I think they'd probably already been designed with fully with the intention of like, oh, these are going to be in their own game one day. But they did actually make their debut in Diddy Kong Racing. As did Bumper Badger, Tip Tup, Pipsy. Some of these didn't get their own games. Timber the Tiger. I think most of them didn't get their own games other than DK adjacent stuff. But yeah, that's a little factoid there. I'm fairly sure about that Banjo and Conker both made their debut in Diddy Kong Racing. Who? Bumper Badger is my favourite mod. Yeah. Badger Bumpus. Would Earthworm Jim count? I know he was only ever 2D. Yeah, we've named several so far that were only 2D. So, yeah. Ukulele, says Cooley Wooly. Yeah. Aw. Poor Ukulele. It's coming out again now, isn't it? Replayly. I wish it the best. Assuming if I go down the hole, that is fine. That'll be able to come back. And there was actually 3D Earthworm Jim. You're right, Agamemnon. I forgot about that, but there was. Yeah. Oh! Do I just have to catch it? Is that all? Or is it more complicated than that? I push it into a corner and trick it. Oh, okay. I don't know how I did that, but I tricked it. Darkwing Duck. Yeah, was Darkwing Duck a video game original, or was he made for TV first? Oh yeah, says, yeah, Agamemnon was asking the same question. Yeah. Don't know if it counts. I mean, it's our game. This is our house. These are our rules. But yeah, I was mainly thinking of video game originals, or at least video game debuts. Yoshi's Story. Ratchet and Clank does count, I think, and we didn't mention. If Jak and Daxter counts, then Ratchet and Clank counts. I like Ratchet and Clank, but I've only played the first one. Again, it's a bit more. It's just a bit more involved than I tend to like out of my. My 3D platformers. I like them to be fairly mindless. Well, mindless, yes, but not necessarily easy. Because I really like Crash Bandicoot 4, which is flipping hard, and I really like Crash 1, kind of as much in a different way, but as much as I like Crash 2 and 3. I really like Crash Bandicoot 1, and that's a very difficult game. But it's still mindless in a way because you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It's just difficult to pull it off sometimes. Whereas Ratchet and Clank, I kind of felt like... You know what I think it is, actually? It's just occurred to me. Something I think it's not a an absolute like boilerplate, like it's not a hard and fast rule, but something that's a bit of a shortcut, or it's like an indicative thing, a shorthand to whether I will like a platformer or a Mascot style game, is whether there is... Well, it's not necessarily true actually, because Spyro doesn't really tick this box, but it depends on how involved the combat is. I think I really am mostly in it for the platforming, and I want to be able to just run up to a character and press spin as Crash Bandicoot, or jump on its head. And, you know, everything maybe only takes one hit, or possibly two. Whereas, you know, in Ratchet and Clank, that did have a more involved combat system. It had a whole series of weapons and stuff, and that's great. You know, that I'm not taking anything away from it. And as a game, objectively, I think it's really good. But as a potential entry into this kind of collective we've come up with today, it's not one of my favorites. I would rather just play it as an action adventure game than a 3D platformer, Mascot platformer thing, which it is really. It's an action adventure before it's anything else. Whereas, you know, some of the games, not all of them, but some of the ones we've talked about, Crash Bandicoot is a platformer before it's action adventure. Spyro maybe is, you know, you can argue the toss, but yeah. What about Aero the Acrobat? Oh yeah, I think I'm vaguely aware of that. Windwisher TTV, thank you for chatting. Welcome. That little purple dragon that TP hates. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that might be... Again, as I say, it's not a hard and fast rule, but that's actually quite a good rule of thumb, thinking about it. I never really thought about it like that, but I don't think I really want to worry too much about combat in my games of this ilk. Which maybe is one of the reasons why I'm not so into Spyro 3 as well, as much as I am Spyro 1 and 2, because... Can I get up on the edge here, or is this the end? Oh! Video game rules told me not to jump in there. Oh my god. What? I suppose he is a crocodile, so... Oh, I don't think much of these swimming controls. Oh, now he's gone into a different mode. Oh, it echoes. Oh, this is a bit spooky. I kind of like it, though. Can I go faster? Oh, I tap it. It's a bit Crystal Maze, this music. Like a really slow-paced version, just the instrumentation. Yeah, so I really like... You know, because we've listed a lot of games that, well, it was part of the rules that were laid out was, I think it was sort of PS1 and PS2 era stuff. But then I suppose we started then broadening the range. But yeah, we started talking specifically about a certain era of Mascot games. But, you know, if you also throw in all the more recent ones and, you know, Knack and Astro Bot, not Astro Boy, Sackboy's Big Adventure, all that sort of thing. You know, in terms of modern action-adventure, 3D platformer, mascot-y type of games, Crash 4, I think, is a great one. I think it's really, really good. And really, really hard. Does Abe count? Or is that too much of a grown-up game to count? No, I mean, yeah, possibly Abe could count. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. All games have a water level, it's the law. I know, yeah, we did it. Gex, yeah, Gex got a mention earlier. Gex is a good one. The weird thing about Gex is, and the tricky thing, well, I don't think it's tricky, I think they've very much made their minds up. I was going to say is, they'll have to decide which voice they want to use for Gex, because you may or may not know that Gex had a completely different voice actor, and possibly even set of pop culture references, depending on whether you were in the US or the UK. Because, you know, that game was very much about kind of breaking the fourth wall and making a lot of pop culture references that were relevant at the time and are no longer. But the voices are very different between the two. And I think at least the UK voice actor is no longer with us. I think the US voice actor might be that guy who's done a billion voices, and the voice that comes to mind for me is Yakko Warner, but many, many others. Might be wrong, though. Dana Gold. He's a great stand-up. Is that who is that? I wouldn't know his name written down. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think the UK one was a guy who was a bit older, and I don't think he's with us anymore. We had the late Leslie Phillips. Oh, is that who it was? Am I right that, oh, it's... Goodness me. That's 2 raids in one day. And here I am, dressed like this, in a very normal outfit. Welcome in, Raiders. Ocean Man. Oh no, how embarrassing. Martin, thank you for the raid. In the Littlewood, good to see you. Welcome in, Raiders. We're playing some Croc. And I am not Peter Austin, who is normally hosting today at Team Triple Jump on a Monday. I am, of course, the esteemed newsreader, Brian Bumpus. Quiet there at the back. Oh man, I can't make this jump now that we've got so many eyes on me. Ben and Peter from Triple Jump made predictions, and Ashton from Triple Jump made predictions as to what was going to appear at Summer Game Fest this year. And whoever had the fewest correct predictions would be replaced for an entire month by someone who looked very much like them, but is an entirely different person. So here I am, Brian Bumpus. Peter's off enjoying a lovely time doing God knows what, probably playing Beyond Good and Evil, remastered. Welcome. We've been talking about Mascot platformers today, as you might imagine, because we're playing Croc. All these raiders expecting to see Peter, but getting Brian instead. Hey, they're getting a much better deal. Look at this ladybug. Is it going to be exactly the same tactics as before? Do I tire him out? Oh, he's cheering. Oh, no, not that. Don't do that. That was incorrect. Oh no, I'm taking damage. Maybe I was right. Maybe, hang on. Okay, he does get tired. Oh no, my 1 health. Okay, there we go. I'm hoping it's video game rule of thirds. Rob Paulson, I believe you were thinking of. Oh yeah, that could be it. Favorite mascot video games. If you've just raided and you've not contributed to this discussion so far, and you would like to talk about your favorite 3D platformer, perhaps from this era, or perhaps from a different era. I was talking about how much I love Crash Bandicoot 4. Let us know in the chat. And that aside, welcome to Triple Jump. We stream 5 times a week. Different set of different host every day. On Thursday we do a joint stream with a bunch of us. But yeah, so you could call us a variety streamer, but that's because we're a set of individuals who are all streaming different things rather than the individuals themselves streaming a variety of things. I suppose we do stream a variety of things as individuals as well, but we'll have our own wheelhouse. I like the PS1 and PS2 mostly. This flipping bug is so powerful. He's got all the stamina. Do I have to make him hit me? Will he not get tired otherwise? Oops. Grab the health. Okay, be tired. Ow. I'm so bad. But fortunately, oh no. I was going to say, fortunately, I keep grabbing my wand crystal, but that's it now. Is that enough? That's 5, isn't it? No, it's not enough. Oh, do I have to slam him when he's on his back? Yeah, it says Forgotten Media. That just occurred to me then, and then I saw it in the chat. Do you have to bounce on his tummy, says Cecil Crumps. Yes, you do. You guys are way better at video games than me. You should be up here. Hey, at least I get... I was going to say this to get some health back now, but no. I'm still on one-hit kills. Oh, it's going to be way harder now because I keep clipping his foot. Okay. Oh, come on. I saw him do the spin animation then. I started it. Ooh. Right. Okay, and then... Squish. Don't worry, Brian, we can't all be as good at games as Peter is. You're right. That is true. You tired? No, he's not. Oh, God. I hope his health isn't refilling every time. It probably is. really enjoying the match. Can I last 2 minutes in the ring with bones sore? Okay, that's 2 on this life. If his health is refilling each time I die, then potentially, oh my god, potentially I only have to get him once more. Oh, come on. I'm pressing it, but... Okay. Well, at least now we'll have a whole bunch of crystals. 161 total raiders. Happy Monday, Brian. I know, what a stream. Thank you, everyone who's raided today. We've had 2 raids. Oh, Christ. Wait, we've got to go all the way through the level again, have we? Wow, I've really let you all down today. Right, grab these crystals. We need as many as we can get. At least I now know how I'm fighting this boss. Yeah, I realised slower than you guys did, but there wasn't necessarily any immediate feedback to say that it wasn't enough just to whack him when he was tired, which is exactly what happened with the last boss. Get him tired, give him a whack. He fell on his, a health bar, perhaps, would be the thing. But hey, who am I to judge? Brian hasn't yet learned how to cheater Austin. Hey, Brian could easily cheater Austin if he had to. The cheat... Oh, God, so loud. The cheat button is F1. But we will not be using it. Big day for your last stream before TP comes back. Good on you, Brian. It's not my... That's what Peter's wife said to me yesterday or the day before. It's not to the end of the calendar month. It's 30 days from the day that I arrived, which was about the 10th of June, I think. So on the 10th, you've got me till the 10th of July. There we go. Just need to spin a bit sooner, I think, before I reach him. Peter's wife, hope you're married, Brian. I'm married. There, look, that's it. Proof. Someone liked it and put a ring on it. Oh, he's still going. Oops, well, that worked. Brian, don't you have a general election to cover? Yeah, well, that's why I'm leaving on the 10th of July, because I'll have post-election discussion to do. Many interviews. Hey, what an absolute flip show is going on in the UK right now. How about that, It's... I mean, stuff happens anyway when there's an election going on. People throw mud at each other. I don't mean literally, although they also do that, or milkshakes. But, there's a lot of, mudslinging and arguing and just telling lies in each other's faces and in TV debates and calling out other people's lies and saying, you're all full of crap. And, you grumble with your neighbour and your friend and your family and whoever about, oh, they're all as bad as each other, aren't they? I don't know who to vote for. Good God. It's gone real bad for the Conservatives the past week, hasn't it? The gambling scandal... And then there was audio of an MP or a candidate saying, oh yeah, well, the Rwanda policy is a load of crap, but, or it's crap, I think he described it as. But hey, it's still good in some way, shape or form. Oh, are these monkey bars? And something else has happened, I can't even think what it was. And then, Rishi had the stuff last couple of weeks ago, and yeah, it's all going swimmingly for the Conservatives. Oh, they are crocodile bars. Am I just going across here to get the crystals and then back again? This one better be coloured when I get to the end. It is. Knew it. Word on the streets is that Brian is actually married to the grind. That is true, Hatrick. Oh no! Hatrick Swayze. Married to the grind. News is my only wife. Breaking exclusives are my... That's my love language. Oh god. Game over. Fortunately, we were right at the start of the level. The daily grind, yeah. Never mind the daily news. The daily grind is what we want. Is Brian married to a woman who looks like Peter's wife but with grey hair and a moustache? That's exactly right, Mr. Black. I think we said so on our most recent podcast, or possibly After Dark. I kind of don't want to have to go all the way along the monkey bars again, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? Oh, ice physics. As if Croc didn't already feel like he was on ice. Now we've got actual Croc on ice. I wonder why there's never been a chimp video game mascot. You could call him Z-Pan. Z-Pan the chimp. Oh god, that enemy actually knocks you off. I didn't realise that's why I fell last time. I thought I just got too close to the edge of the monkey bars. But no, it's this guy. Playing tricks. Right, well let's get... Oh god. Let's get there quick. No! Okay. So is it okay as long as he doesn't do that while he's above me? Yeah, okay. Okay, we should be alright. Sorted. Right. Did that respawn that box on that? No. No? How do I get back to... I just... Yes, I can. Just climb up. Okay, that's good. I like that, being able to walk on top of the monkey bars. You know, that's... You know, monkey bars were a thing in this era of gaming, particularly with your 3D platform games, but it wasn't actually that... I can't think of another time when you could do that. When you could hang from and walk across this, or certainly if that was the intention anyway. The object there, like that, I'm sure probably in every game that had monkey bars to hang from, you could probably do some clever speedrun strats and get yourself to the top and walk along them, but probably wasn't what was supposed to happen. So many Gobbos. Before you know it, I'll have completely de-gobbed this world and returned them to their rightful home. Well, would you look at the time? The time is 7 PM. We started a little late today. So, by the time I think we get to the end of the level, it'll be about time. That time again to say goodbye. Until next week, where we'll play a bit more Croc, I think. I've had a very nice time here. More difficult than I expected. Or not more difficult, and I'm just more bad than I expected. Worse, some would say, or more bad. But I've certainly enjoyed it, and it will plug a nice gap while I finish off my streams here before Peter finally comes back, that wonderful, handsome man. Yeah, because we've got at least one more stream to do. Might see if I can fit in an art stream. Might be nice to do a Brian art stream, potentially. Okay, I think that's it. God, so much this game's coming back to me now as I'm seeing you play this. Love that. Love that feeling when I was going through like some old like Reddit threads. I was on my Reddit profile just looking at threads I'd made over the years. And I found one where I'd asked about this like really obscure Hanna-Barbera, is that what it's called? Hanna-Barbera cartoon that used to run on TV like back in the 90s and probably earlier. The show was a lot older than that, but I think in the UK that's when it was sort of syndicated. And it was this, I mean, I pride myself, one of the things I'm quite good at, I think, is having a memory for really weird, old, obscure stuff, particularly if it's kids' TV, but just generally the entertainment medium. I pull out things where people are like, what on earth are you talking about? As you guys know, that is something that I do all the time. But I didn't know what this thing was. I couldn't remember what it was called. I just knew there were some dogs in it, and they were looking for their owner, a whole bunch of them. And there was one dog that appeared in a couple of episodes, but was not a member of the regular gang, whose name was Glider, and he could fly with his ears, like Dumbo. And I had tried Googling like lost dog cartoon glider fly with ears, and like none of it was coming up. And it's the reason was that I would have managed it as well because he was called Glider, but Glider is spelled with a Y, and I was spelling it with an I. And anyway, someone answered. It was on. I posted on Tip of My Tongue ages ago saying, "What is this show?" And someone gave me the answer. And I looked at a video of it today, and I had that exact feeling. I was like, "Oh my god, I remember all of this," and I could not have recalled those memories for you beforehand. But like the dogs' designs and their voices and the opening the opening titles. It's kind of playing video games here. The opening titles to the show. I was like, oh my god, it is in there. It's in your brain. It's so strange how that works. You know, you've got your neurons there that just haven't. There's like specific neurons or connections between two neurons that have not fired in 20 years, but you send a little jolt through them of electricity, and you're like, ah, yes. That dog from that show with that voice. Strange. Well, I'll try and save the game. It might not allow me to, but I can always use the technology we have at our disposal. No memory card inserted. Bull flip. No, you're right. There isn't. Oh, there you go. The password for be really careful is drawl. Oh, I was trying to read it. I didn't realize it was directional buttons. Drawl. Cool. Well, there we go. I've done a save state, so that's fine. Well, there we go, everybody. I hope you've had a nice time today. Thank you, Raiders, for dropping by. If any of you are still there, thank you for sticking around and seeing what we were up to. Thank you to the actual Raiders themselves, if they're still there as well, for your respective raids. The hosts, I mean. So that is the end of today's stream. I'm going to go and have my din-dins. But I'm also, tonight and tomorrow, going to play the Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Remastered Edition, which appears like it's going to cost a mere £20 or dollars or euros. Maybe £25. Dollars or euros, because they just change the symbol, don't they? They don't do an exchange rate. It's just the same figure. So maybe have a look at it yourself, see if you're tempted, perhaps support it. I'm not being paid to say so. I just really, really want it to do very well. So if you've ever been tempted to play what is objectively a very, very good game and has a huge cult following for a good reason, now is your chance. It looks far better than it ever has. It has all sorts of extra content in it, seemingly. And it's available at midnight tonight wherever you are. And if it's gone midnight, if you're in the Eastern Hemisphere and it's now the 25th of June, you can buy it right now. So there's an idea, but don't feel obliged to. Just my last chance to say, go buy that game before I go and play it myself. I will stream it in a couple of weeks' time. Well, I won't. Peter will. We will stream it here when I've gone and Peter is back. And both Peter and I have had a chance to enjoy it in our own time at our own pace without having to do stream hosting at the same time. Then it will be right here on TripleJump's Twitch channel. So be excited for that, hopefully. I hope some of you are. I am. So that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed Croc as well. A lot of you seem to be very happy we're playing Croc, so that's good to see. Maybe we'll play Gex at some point soon as well. But that's it. Yes, enjoy the rest of your Mondays, and I will see you on Thursday for the joint stream. Bye, everyone. Shuffles papers. This was the news.